Just how we left, motherfuckers with the deep voice.
This was your request.
That
so
was
here
such
we go.
a perfect fucking transition with the deep voice. Take off your fucking hats. I'm gonna keep mine on because I'm gonna put it. I got the headphones and shit, but God bless America and God bless the fucking Patreons of the Go to Bed show.
Number 34J. JP Preston. Riding the 2007 CRF 250R with the VIN number ground off. 250 beginner. JP Preston.
Crowd goes wild.
Fourth place hole shot.
Tip over in the
Firmly.
second quarter.
Tip over second corner, get dead last. They thought the comeback was happening. No way. You know what's happening is the Go to Bed show, though, brought to you by
Bad Touch Gloves. The world's best gloves to sleep in.
If you don't know, now you know. Mountain bike gloves, dirt bike gloves, driving gloves. They're perfect for mid-hot summer days. Perfect for winter days. True story, I put on a fucking pair of the Johnny Rockets one time. Size large. Fucking scraped my windshield with that shit and it saved me.
Oh,
They were snowproof.
yeah.
It was incredible, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet your half of your windshield got scraped.
Yeah, just the driver's side.
Yeah.
And then I'll let the defroster handle the rest. Yeah.
Exactly. We know you didn't fucking do the whole thing.
No. It was like an hour drive, so I knew I'd get there.
8 inches of snow on the top. Only enough to see out of.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. I've never had it that bad with like at the worst I'll leave like to where it looks like shower glass on the right edge. Like I'll try my best, but I won't walk over to the other side because I just shoveled the fucking foot of snow off in between the Saturn and the truck.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, some of the winters sometimes are gnarly around here, like the last 3. There's been one storm where you're like pushing a foot off and there's like 2 feet on that side and within a 12, maybe 15-inch gap. And so I'm like, for that little bit, I'll fucking risk it. You know, I ain't walking over there. It's fucking deep and I put on the wrong boots because when I woke up at 2 a.m., it didn't look that bad.
Right.
And you wake up at 6 and you're like, what? You know what I mean? A fucking foot?
I'm not working today.
God damn, no.
Snow day.
No way. You know why? Because I'm going to fucking Dottie's all
That's
day, spending my whole check I made yesterday when it wasn't snowing.
Hey, you might be able to double up and then you don't have to work again.
Exactly, for 2 weeks off.
Mm-hmm. Good shit.
Then I could shovel my house and just chill.
Yeah. Nothing better than just chilling in Carson.
Just watching the neighbors shovel.
Ripping cigs as they shovel the driveway.
And if it's snowing, honestly, that's chucker season. So you know where I'll be up in Winnemucca near fucking Pete's Gambling Hall.
Yeah.
Hunting birds, swiping my membership card that gets me 10% off. Me and T-Crit at fucking Topaz for some reason.
Yeah. Topaz Lodge, dude. All you can eat spaghetti.
Wasn't it
Not
T-Crit
meatballs.
with that?
No, it's Cole Murphy.
Oh, Murph. Okay. Well, hey, T-Crit he probably has that same card.
Oh, definitely.
He probably met Murph there.
Yeah. I mean, if we do another Patreon only meetup, like that's probably where it should be, is at Topaz Lodge.
In the summer.
Anytime.
Tanks and board shorts only, bros.
Yeah. Have a little lake day. And then
Yeah.
fucking go eat at Topaz Lodge after.
Someone rent a boat, please, or bring a boat and some floaties. Conway, come
Yeah,
on.
I was just going to say, we'll just use Conway shit as usual.
That boat's sick.
Yeah.
When we went on it,
Love the tribal.
I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like, oh, I fucking remember, I think I wake surfed or whatever for a little bit. And he's like, lean forward for gas. lean back for brake, right foot for brake. And I was like, that was perfect because boom, yeah. I might fucking double down, drop the clutch a little bit, and then tap the brake. You never know. If it's a left-hander, I'm gonna stay on the brake a little bit. Actually, on that, I'm better on the heel side because the wake is right there. But on the toe side, you have to react quick to get the wake, or else you go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking, and it seems not reactive.
I think it's operator error.
Maybe it's me.
Yeah.
Could be the water too. I heard the pH level's high.
Topaz?
Yeah.
Or not Topaz, Lahontan.
Lahontan, yeah, exactly. With a couple gators though.
Yeah. It's dangerous out there.
Hey, you know what else is at Lahontan is maybe a couple of our fucking last and final sponsor. That's the patreon.com GTB plus community.
Almost.
I heard we have a new member too.
Yeah, we do.
Wow. It's been a while since we've had a new person. It's like Christmas
Nah,
today.
we get new people. I just don't shout them out anymore.
Oh,
Just fuck
okay.
'em.
What?
Yeah, fuck them.
All right. So we didn't shout these?
Nope.
No?
Nope. They missed their opportunity to get a shout out.
Too late?
Way too late.
And one of them, they both have already been mentioned within the show on previous episodes. Guaranteed.
Within this show or on previous episodes?
Yeah, both actually.
Yeah,
if you
okay.
combine what you just said,
If you really think about it.
yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. Patreon.com/GoBedPodcast.
$2.
$2 a month. You can have access to the live stream of the episode, full episodes as soon as they drop,
Boom.
all that shit. Over in the comments last week, we got, of course, Colby Booth. Every week with a fucking novel. Always
I
has
feel
the
like
longest comment.
he's got every other week.
Yeah, because he kind of falls off, you know?
Yeah, he's a little hungover or something. Doesn't listen.
Yeah, that's kind of like his personality, you know, not super consistent. I don't know if...
But always there.
I mean, I've met him one time, but I can tell, like, none of his friends, if you're like, hey, what can you tell me about Colby Booth? Like, none of them would be like, oh, dude, he's consistent.
I can't remember if I met him at the Douglas Rodeo. I can't remember who I met. I'm not good at memory, but but I remember meeting you.
He said, wanted to let you guys know all fat fucks if you're not paying $10. He said $10 like with the dollar sign and then put bucks after that. So $10 bucks a month. That's cheaper a goddamn mean at fucking McDonald. If you can't sacrifice a fucking McChicken, then you really are a fat bastard. He said, Colby, that's absolutely hammer Booth.
That's so funny.
So I would encourage him to leave us more comments when he's hammered because that's pretty funny.
That is amazing.
I think he maybe got inspired by his buddy T Crit going hard as we read last week in the Instagram. But yeah, so
that shit's hella funny.
Thanks,
The way
Colby.
you read it sounded like he said it live. Like because it was so hard to actually read and make sense. It sounded like he said it live. That was super trippy.
that's cheaper. That's cheaper a goddamn mean at fucking McDonald. That's
You're
so
like, all
funny.
right, buddy, this guy needs a water.
Yeah. He's cut off. No more McChickens.
No more McChickens. But hey, Booth, fucking leave another comment on this episode. I don't,
Yeah. You got any businesses that you frequented or that you visited this week?
Yeah.
Because Cole Murphy wants us to bring back the shitty Yelp reviews. I think because we were talking about segments last week.
Oh, bad businesses?
Just any business.
Well, I went to Ridezilla.
Fuck. Hopefully they have a bad review because let's look it up.
Let's see.
So is it Ridezilla or is it Revzilla?
No, it's Ride.
Okay. So we got that one figured out.
I've been dropping Ride every time I'm in there.
Oh yeah, dude. They've got a fucking 71 reviews and only a 3.6 rating, so they definitely got some bad ones.
Uh-oh.
for sure.
The camera guy was fucking stepping backwards, filming this stupid ass shot and knocked over my pregnant wife. No, I didn't.
It smelled like dope. The freaking dope head.
Dope head guy with a light and a camera filming my sales guy.
Yeah. And definitely like everyone that buys a side-by-side from Ridezilla, like Carson locals that
Yeah.
are fucking 60 years old buying a side-by-side would call you a dope head.
Nah. It's super cool in there, bro. All the customers are hella cool in there too. Like, dude, this is a crazy story. I used to work at Flume Trail Bikes with this guy, Arnie. Maybe Mark Sinnott and a couple people. He was very short worked, but Arnie worked there. He was like already older when I met him, and this is back in fucking 2015. And he was like this kind of like sober, tweaked out mountain bike guy. And he always fucking was looking at buying a new bike, but he rides in intense.
Mm-hmm.
And he was there to kind of like help clean the bikes, fix them, but he's not rebuilding shocks and like the main mechanic.
Yeah. He was a bitch.
No. He was like a little bit higher than that, because like me and a couple other guys were just actually cleaning bikes. He would be like, okay, I got to replace this fucking sprockets and like, you know, bend this back and do that. A little bit of knowledge, you know, nothing crazy.
Yeah. He wasn't fucking spinning the rear wheel and cleaning a chain and chop his finger off, bitch, but he was just above that.
Exactly. He
Yeah.
didn't really deal with customers because he was like an aggro tweaker kind of. I don't know if he tweaked or anything, but he gave off that vibe. Like, I used to tweak hard.
Yeah.
Everything's just, yeah, man. I mean, fucking, I'm looking to get this and that, but I don't know, 29, 26. I'm like, I keep it old school. You know me, man. And he's like a fucking 5-foot guy. Yeah, man. His hands all fucked up when he shakes your hand. But I used to work with him, and this one time I was off, and he had to take the shuttle because it rotated sometimes. It just was short-staffed. And it was like his first time taking the shuttle, and I'm off riding the trail, and I hop in the front. And by the way, I'm working and talking, kind of helping, because I'm like, oh, Arnie's in it. I'm going to help these guys load up. I remember, and like, they kind of got the vibe that I worked there, but I wasn't working, and I was in passenger. And then this dude just fucking, from the stoplight, kind of stops hard. Okay, whatever. Fucking, and he's in a 14-passenger van with a trailer. Like, it's a long rig, you know?
Right.
Just enough room, floors it to get out in a 50-mile fucking hour road, you know? Instantly, people are all, whoa, like, thrown off. Max is watching this going, what the fuck? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he's fucking hugging the double yellow on the left inside, like, not scraping, but hella close to the guardrail, and like parked cars on the right side, and people are like, he's going like 60, just flooring it. People are like, you mind just like taking the I forget what they said, but it was a nice way. It was like, please drive normal, you know? And he's all, you guys never seen a race line? That's exactly what he said to the customers. And I'm like, holy shit, bro, this is crazy. He's like, that was the fastest they've ever been here. Enjoy your ride. Come on, let me help you out. Like, I'm like, dude, this guy's crazy. I'm in Ridezilla the other day filming. I look over and there's fucking Arnie. I'm like, Arnie, what the fuck? What's up, Arnie? He's like, hey, doesn't remember me yet.
Not at all. Yeah.
But reaches out. He's like, what's up? How you been? I'm like, good, dude. And I could tell. And I was like, I haven't seen you since you worked at Flume Trail with me. Just to instantly give him something, you know, because there's 6 other people there. I didn't want it to be awkward for us.
Yeah, you're all, what's my name?
What's my name? Yeah. What bike did I ride?
Tell me in front of all your friends, where do you know me from?
You don't remember my downhill Tunnel Creek Strava time? And then he was like, oh, yeah, GP, wow, it's been so long. You still ride, man? Yeah. Whatever, everyone talks, you know what I mean? And then regular talk, and then I go back to Ben. And he's like, that dude is in here literally every day saying he's going to buy something for the last fucking 8 months. And he's like, we're like starting to be like, stop dealing with Danny because he's missing other things. And so are we, you know?
Or Danny should just learn how to close. And
it's the guy for sure. Because you know what he said? What bike do you ride? That's like the third thing he said. I was like, I have a Pyga. Oh yeah, I've heard of them. Man, I still have the same intents. And I was like, oh my God. And then once they said he's been in here every day looking at these fucking downhill bikes.
yeah.
I'm like, this guy is hard to close. He doesn't have the money. He just wishes.
Yeah.
That's it.
He's just looking.
Every day for fucking the last 13 years. Same bike.
I didn't even know they had bikes there.
Yeah, they got like intense bikes and shit. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Downhill or e-bikes, trail bikes.
Well, yeah, there's quite a few negative reviews. I just sorted by 1 star and then soonest, or I guess newest first.
Perfect.
But the first one is literally fucking 8 paragraphs long. So the second one is still pretty long, but not as long. So I'll go with that one.
Okay, let's hear it.
Because the other one it's going to take way too long for me to even read it.
Good call.
This one's from Corey C. And he's left 89 reviews.
Okay.
So, you know, this is his thing for sure. So he said 1 year ago, I'd like to give them a better rating, but I can't. The service guys are professional and nice, but I've been there twice for them to fix the same thing they messed up in the first place. Like, already, why bring it back there? You know, if they already fucked it up, just go somewhere else.
Right.
Last time they tried to get me to pay a fee when I have the extended warranty, and I was only there because of their mistake. Both times I've been there, they didn't even put my car back together. I had to reconnect. Just the fact that he said car, you know, it's
Car?
yeah, big side by side guy that would call you a dope head.
Okay, this guy might.
I had to reconnect my speaker and put my seat back in. I'm just lucky none of the parts they failed to reconnect blew out on my way home. Also, I'm not sure if he's the owner, manager, or whatever, but there's a smaller statured fella that I've interacted with twice. Both times he was condescending and rude. The first time he jammed me up for parking in the service area. There's almost nowhere to park, and the only spot where you can fit a trailer had 2 cars in it. No problem, I'll move. It was his tone and the way he spoke. It was like a quick move your car, then he walked off. It was first thing in the AM. Save that attitude for 4:30 in the afternoon when you're getting ready to close. Still would have written the same review if that happened at 4:30 for sure. The second time I wandered into the showroom 30 minutes early. It wasn't open yet. Via the service department since they aren't separated. I was only there because they needed 2 tires to fix my car. Service was open, but the showroom wasn't. He literally said, "Who is this guy? Do we know this guy?" I was going to buy some girl cans and check out some street bikes. Solid move losing a sale. If there was any other place closer, I'd go there. Rough start for a newly owner place. 1 star.
Sad to hear for that guy because those guys are sick over there.
Well, it's like, dude, you're inside of a business that's not open.
It wasn't open?
No, that's what he's saying, that he went to service, but the showroom wasn't open yet. And he was like wandering around the showroom. And then someone that worked there was like, "Who is this guy? Do we know him?" It's like, dude, you're inside of a business that's not open.
Yeah, that's just a bad customer.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. But
that's usually how, I mean, the 1 star reviews are usually like a mix of like the business fucking up and also just the person writing them being a douche. You know? So that's why they're always good to read.
True. Yeah, you never know what someone's dealing with as well, you know?
Well, I mean, he was dealing with a lot of shit for his car.
True.
Yeah.
True.
I mean, I think
when you were saying that, I was like, is he? Because there's dealerships right next door. I'm like,
he was trying to go to Toyota. And they're like, "Hey, you should move." And he's like, "I have a fucking RAV4. I need 2 tires."
They're like, "Dude, we're closed. Get out of here." Do we know this guy?
Yeah. I mean, do you want Maxis on there?
He's like, "No, actually, I applied online for the new service parts department." The guy's like, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah. I think if you if you call a side by side a car, you either are full goon like this guy, or you have a race car.
Or you're just a pussy and you're afraid to crash because you shouldn't be in action sports because that's what we do. It's not if, it's when.
That's right.
And if you're afraid of that, the fucking side by side is gonna scare the shit out of you. You might as well sell it to me, JP, for like 10 grand.
If that, I mean,
Well, it depends on the year. If it's a 24, then 10 grand. If not, I'm taking my ass to Ridezilla and buying one from Danny. Sales guy Danny.
he needs to get a sale because he's been dealing with your fucking tweaker friend for the last 13 months.
Hey, this is actually a great moment because every time I'm in there, he's getting better at sales. He's learning. He's reading books. Every time I tell him, hey, talk to Alex, and I forget you. I don't know if you've ever met him. Do you have ever met him?
I don't think so.
Okay, but I forget that, and I say that every time. I'm like, dude, why haven't you hit him up? I tell you every time, like he's fucking. I'm like, he's way more of a sales guy than he is a real estate guy. He's not even a real estate guy. He's more of sales, He just knows that shit, but he just sells real estate. And he's like, yeah, well, I mean, I'm learning this, and I notice, like, when I talk to the wives more and get the wives stoked, if the wives stoked, the husband's extra stoked because he knows it's going to happen,
Mm-hmm.
And so he's like, I'm learning to fucking cater to, like, oh, have you ever been to this crazy cool destination that's kind of easy to get to? Cool views. He did his research. And then he'll sell her on, like, easy family picnic spots. And then he was telling me, he's like, then the husband will come and be like, what kind of suspension are we doing? He's all super technical. And he's like, that shit's easy. I could just read the suspension, And it's just selling the wife, and then it's normally sold,
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, fuck, you should talk to fucking Feeks if you have any roadblocks. Because I could tell, he didn't tell me really, like, what. I don't know if he even knows what's hindering him because it hasn't occurred or thought of it. But I keep telling him to reach out to you. So maybe sometime we can ride and or do something, and then I could get you something for your dirt bike for helping me out for your time, and we'll film. And then you can meet Danny and then exchange information and maybe meet up sometime and talk about.
So what you're pitching me on right now is I have to give Danny Manning free sales training, and I have to help you film at the company that he works for, and then maybe I can get something for my dirt bike for that?
No, not maybe.
That's even a worse deal than the giveaway that you guys are running right now.
$100?
Yeah, that's insane.
You
do a better one.
Well, we're just getting started. You don't even know what's next. Like, if I'll give you guys a little insight, this is a go to bed special right here, and it's not even. You know what? No, I'm saving it for the paywall.
Okay.
I got a good special for a lot. Like, it's a big number. You'd be surprised. $100 is just like Eli Tomac said. That's a kick in the bucket to what I got approved the other day for a giveaway.
Okay, good, because I was going to write that to you when you sent me the video for the new, you shared it or whatever. Probably just went down the fucking list, shared it to everyone. So I didn't respond anyway, but what I wanted to say was like, oh, cool. If I win, I can almost buy a rear tire.
True.
Like,
it's an $80 tire.
Sick. What, for a fucking Chang Shin?
No, Michelin Starcross 6.
Yeah, Michelin Starcross. When's the last time anyone ran one of those? That's why they're doing it for a giveaway tire. They have to give them away.
Oh, they got Dunlop too. They got
but not for 80.
Maybe it's 220.
There you go. So I can get half of a tire.
You get 120 tire, or you could pay 220 and not win the giveaway. It's your call.
I'd rather. At least I don't have to fucking look like an idiot tagging people for my chance to win half of a rear tire. Do a better giveaway.
You could tag anyone. Damon Booth, one of our newest Patreons, tagged Joe Biden.
Right. I mean,
he might win. He might win. But Joe, I'm not saying Damon. I'm saying Joe might win. Congratulations, Joe Biden was tagged, and you've won the $100. That'd be so funny.
He fucking stumbles in off the street, all confused.
Oh my gosh, they would love that as like who works there, but the brand they wouldn't allow that. But I know the guys that work there, they'd be like, that is so fucking good. That'd be a great idea. But Partzilla wouldn't like it.
I thought you meant if he showed up there.
Oh,
I was like,
there's
what,
no way.
What the fuck?
No, I mean just like if I photoshopped like it cut to him all, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then back to like, well, I guess come on in within the, you know, like
Fucking
something.
that latest clip of him like probably shitting his pants, but like Photoshop the rhino in the background. It's all right for the fucking Can-Am.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. They would like it as people that work there. They love that. I was like, do you want a TikTok? Like, no, absolutely not. No, that's Chinese.
Yeah.
That's what they said. I was like, you know what? I have a TikTok, but I fucking love that you like said that. You know,
Yeah.
I'm fucking what's Trump's like son-in-law's name? That's a Republican senator or judge or something. Crenshaw, what's his name?
Jared Kushner?
Or when I said, what kind of pre-workout do you have? And you said, I said pro-life or something. You said, what the fuck? That's like a whatever brand. What was that guy's name you used? Remember that time? I remember that so vividly sometime.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about right now.
You remember when we were when we lived together, we went to CrossFit and we were sitting down after a round. I was like, oh yeah, here's my pre-work. Like my pre-workout, and I took some after the workout for reboost or whatever I was thinking, or before. It was maybe before. Yeah, it was before. I took the pre-workout sitting on the waiting while we were watching the class, and you're like, "What pre-workout is that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's like pro." I said it was like pro-life or something, mango pro-life or something, and it was right around the Roe versus Wade time. And you're like, "What the fuck?" And you said, "Is that the fucking fill in the gap with a name?" Pre-workout company or something, and it was a Supreme Court judge. His name that was a Republican, far right Republican that Trump put in early in his term. Who was his name?
Kavanaugh.
Kavanaugh.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You're like, is that Kavanaugh's pre-workout? And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And I didn't get it because I didn't know his name.
Right.
And the other guys that were around were dying laughing at. And I was like, what? And then once I realized his name and looked him up, I was like, that's a fucking banger joke.
That is a pretty good joke.
Yeah, it was because I fucked up the name and you capitalized on it.
Yeah.
And I just
Pro-life.
remember, I just remember everyone laughed. I was like, damn, that's like rare that I don't get the joke. And I looked up that guy and he's like, yeah, the guy that's, you know, how I was able to just explain that is what I know about it. So,
Right. Yeah. Well said.
thank you very much. This new weed I got at the fucking store. It's like a sativa, and they're like, "This will make you chattery. This will make you talkative." And I was like, "Fuck yeah, give me that. That's for the podcast.
Yeah.
Help me
How's
out."
it working?
Well, I can't fucking shut up, dude. It's like
Kids
Jesus
can't stop
Christ.
talking.
Doesn't matter what the
Fucking filter is.
I can't
Fucking shut up. You know?
Dude, sick.
So sick.
Yeah, I did some mountain biking this weekend.
I know. Fucking
dope.
easy, Sean Palmer.
Yeah. Fucking who knows when I'll be back on the mountain again, but it feels good to be deep in the Sierras, just on a pedal.
You were actually really deep where you were riding. You were up there high.
Yeah, only on Amish bikes.
You rode Tyrolean.
Tyrolean 3-lappers.
I had to work. That's how I got sunburned that day. Did you
So
see
did
my? But you didn't blister like me.
Nah.
I got roasted filming out there.
Where were you filming?
Just in Kings Canyon at Greg's house up there in Carson.
Oh. I thought he lived in Pleasant Valley, or is that a different guy?
He used to.
Oh, they moved?
Yeah.
Okay.
But like 6 years ago. But it's just a how to build trails, funny spoofs, 3-minute episodes for Mongoose, and we did 2 of them, and it took a long time just because it was a lot of like, okay, let's do one take of the scene, and then I'll come in and get some head, shoulders, do the same thing, cut, do the same thing, walk in, you know, kind of double, like 4 or 5 takes of the same thing for like 10 takes per. It took forever, but it was good.
Weren't you just saying like 2 months ago that he was like bitching about I should have fucking quit riding bikes like 6 years ago or something? That's the last I heard of him. And then you're like, oh, I got to film Greg Watts.
Well, I mean,
what happened there?
I mean, he just might have been expressing himself in a low point, you know, just getting it off his chest at that time when I said that. But that's what he posted. And then he seems to be doing okay when I was over there, you know, like good spirits and stuff. But he had to sell just a little bit of his land. He's got a lot of land up there in another parcel over there. But where his jumps were, he sold. And then that's going to help him just get his house all the way fully back to where it's good for a lot. You know? It's a unique house. It's like pretty sick in the front, but the way it's built into the land is like it's lower than the backyard. The backyard's higher and it's a flat roof. So he's just gonna fully get it nice. So he's good to go for a while, you know. And
it's weird when people like complain online.
Yeah.
You know, especially with like someone who's a pro at something like that. Like I understand having the feeling, but like just don't put it online. Like tell your friend or your girl or whatever. But like I think they just don't realize how like tone deaf it is to do that, you know, because they're fans. When we see things like that, it's almost like it makes you view them at kind of like a lower status because they're like too vulnerable for their position, because like for any normal person that like has to work, it's almost like even if you don't really like think this, but subconsciously you're kind of like, boo-hoo, like dude, you do what like a lot of people dream of doing, so like don't complain about it.
True, but when that's your whole life,
like they just don't understand that's how it comes off.
They never know. He's like an OG pro, and then like what kind of seems like has been annoying to him is having to post online and be so much online, because he comes from just like showing up with your homies in sessions, you know.
Yeah,
and so like because of that, it's not only him. There's a lot of people actually, you know, that we know that hate that.
Yeah.
You know, so
fuck, dude. I just wish these brands would just pay me and I don't have to do anything for it.
Post anything. Like, let's go back to doing.
I wish I could just get money from Mongoose and not get them any sales. Like, what the fuck?
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
He used to, but with comps, but the comps aren't the thing anymore. It's like edits. Actually, it's almost not even edits anymore. It's like a social post.
That's exactly what we were talking about with Damon. I don't remember if it was behind the paywall or not last week, but same shit. It's like that's why brands want to work with him, because he posts a lot and like does something for them versus the people that don't want to do anything for them, just want free shit or get paid, but like don't do anything in return for it. It's like,
and I'm kind of on that boat. I would love to get paid and not have to do anything. So if any brands out there are looking to sponsor anybody, jpfilm775@gmail.com.
He's accepting resumes.
Yeah, I mean, I can post here and there for you, but
probably not.
Yeah, just like
might forget.
This right here, talking about me potentially working with you, is pretty good in itself, especially to our loyal members.
Yeah,
GTBP plus community. Holy shit, that's that.
Yeah, and I mean, Neil brought up a good point. I mean, you've only worked with, you have a pretty good track record for, working with businesses and them not going out of business. Like how many businesses do you think you've worked with total?
I don't know. That's a lot.
If you had to guess. 50?
I don't even know how to count that much. You know what I mean?
We know you don't know how to count. But...
Reno area home buyers.
Yeah.
Fiki, Bad Touch. That's 3. And that's all under one guy's roof.
Right. But I mean, Boys and Girls Club, fucking any like little gig that you've
Free
done
Ride,
with
Red Bull, fucking Cam.
Yeah. I bet 50 probably.
Fucking Revision. Maybe 50, yeah.
But there's small ones, even like the tattoo removal, like one-off gigs, like here and there.
No, exactly. A wedding.
Yeah.
I wonder if it's 100.
Could be, but let's say 50. And like,
I bet it's 100 over the last 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say
because
100.
On average, if they all paid me $1,000. That'd be $100,000. And over the last 4 years, I probably have had worked with 100 companies, on average, for sure, $1,000 each, more. So a good 100 companies, and 2 of them got out. I know.
Yeah, only 2 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not bad. That's pretty good track record. Only 2 of the companies have completely folded and filed bankruptcy that you've worked with.
What? He said that to me too, and I saw him. I was like, "What the heck? Like, what?" It's just a funny thing. Like,
I know that's what I was like. The way that he described it, it seemed like you didn't get the joke. But the way that he said it, I don't know if you got it or not. But I was like, "Oh, that's a good point." JP has worked with companies that are no longer existent.
Yeah,
But if you look at the bright side, which you always do, I mean, that's if you have worked with 100 and 2 of them have gone out of business, 98% of the companies that you have worked with are successful.
Still in business.
Yeah. That's not bad.
Dude, that's such a funny statistic. Don't make me throw that on my fucking header of my website.
You might have to throw that in your pitch.
That's my bio on my Instagram. 98% of the people I work with are still in business.
I mean, you could honestly throw that into your pitch somehow if you could come up with some statistic for whoever you're talking to. It's like, you're pitching Ridezilla, and if you could come up with something that they kind of take a gamble on, it's like, how often do you guys do this or whatever? And they're like, oh, we do it like this. And it's like, man, just throwing that around and just kind of testing with that, how often do you think that even works? And they're like, oh, maybe 1 out of 5 it'll hit or something. Like, oh man. So you're gambling with, how much does that cost you a month? Like, oh, 5,000. Man, you guys are gambling with $5,000 and it's only 20% chance to work that it works. Yeah, it's like, man, I'm asking for half of that, and 98% of the companies that I work with are still in business. All of a sudden, it sounded pretty good.
All of a sudden, I'm throwing that around a lot more frequently. It's like, sir, would you guys like your check? Speaking of checks, just want to let you know that this was a great beer, but I heard Bud Light's sales dropped, and if I could get 20 to 35% off, just so you know, I'm an entrepreneur myself, and 98% of the companies I've worked with are still in business. Just off of little deals here and there for loyal customers, they do. But if I could get 30 to 40 to 50% off of the tab, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you could almost use it as your own rating, even though it has nothing to do with that, because if you have a 4-star rating out of 5, that's essentially 80%. It's 8 out of 10. It's the same thing.
Right.
So Ridezilla, we just looked at it. Their Yelp review or their Yelp rating is fucking 3.7 or something. So that's a 74% rating.
Right.
It's the same thing.
They need to get a couple more stars. That's a good pitch for me. Hey, go to our Yelp, give us a 5-star review, and earn 10% off on your next purchase. Once you prove you just did a Yelp review.
Yeah, you'll definitely get their Yelp account taken down for doing that, but it's a good idea.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't even know if they have a Yelp account.
Well, they do, because I just read a review.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But what I'm saying is hey, you guys are only a 74% rating on Yelp. I have a 98% client success rating. And it's not that they were satisfied with you, that's your rating. It's just the fact that they're still around at all.
And then and not to mention 100% of the weddings I filmed, the couples are still together.
Is that true? You have to think about that one.
Well,
how many weddings have you filmed? Maybe 4?
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be hilarious if one of them was not, and you could use 75%. That's way funnier. 75% of the couples I filmed at their wedding are still together.
That is good. No, honestly, I can't think of anyone, even a wedding I've been to, that isn't still together.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, there you go. Even just you going is 100%.
Yeah, I don't even have to have the camera. And when I do, that's even... Not only do I carpe diem, but I fucking am in attendance.
Mm-hmm. Mahalo. Carpe diem.
Seize the day.
Is that what that means?
Or seize the moment or something.
Some shit.
Some silly fucking sign shit, you know? What's that called?
Astrology?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your sign?
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh shit. That's right. You're with Drake.
Mm-hmm.
The guy who lost the rap beef.
Last record deal was 400 M's. That's a low ball.
And it's not looking good.
I think it always looks pretty good.
Hasn't charted in a while. They're biting the bullet. Drizzy's done, dude. Nah, he'd probably come back, but for the culture and right now, Kendrick's up right now and he's about to do a concert. I can't wait. I'm gonna watch it live. You should too.
Nah.
I'll watch it and I'll tell you guys about it.
Too busy entering Ridezilla contests.
I just want to see if he's gonna perform that song live.
Probably.
It'd just be funny to watch him rap it because it's such unique lyrics. Like, that's what's funny about how big it is. Like, you see all these people rapping it, and it's like, "Say Drake, I hear you like him young." It's like, what the fuck? You know, it sounds so weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the weirdest mainstream lyrics I've ever heard. Well, other than like, "That's a wet ass pussy." That's also super weird and mainstream, but total opposites.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He should like put stuff out that makes it seem like he's going to, because then a hell of people would tune in for it and then just don't do it.
Oh yeah. No, I think. Did you see anything about that, dude? There was like 110,000 people waiting to buy tickets.
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, he announced like a week ago that he's gonna do one show called the Pop Out, and it's just like him performing at the Forum in L.A. on June 19th, on Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
Just a one-off show, a random show, and you know the things I see on TikTok are just like when Drake said he's rapping to try to free the slaves that like pissed him off because he said it. He's saying we're freeing the slaves again, and so to double down on it, he's throwing a massive show on June 19th. And Andrew Schultz and Charlamagne the God, it cuts to that, and he's like, Kendrick's the blackest rapper ever. Who's a blacker rapper than Kendrick? You know, he's saying that. And he's like, a couple other people, I forgot who they said, but he's like, yeah, but not like Kendrick. Kendrick's like he raps for the black people. You know what I mean? About the culture. He teaches people about it, and he's all about it in like a positive way more than anyone else, and for the level he is. You know what I mean? And they're like, yeah, I guess. And then they're talking about like, he's going to do this show, and then some people speculate maybe he's going to announce or like perform a new song or announce an album or just something because all the hype. And then it also cut to the cue of like, it's sold out, but there's a wait list the day it went live. There's like, I think it was like 30,000 tickets sold out almost instantly, and 110,000 people waiting in the queue for like if people exit out.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's so crazy. But then you see like he drops a song and he gets 1 million views in an hour.
Yeah.
Then it's not as crazy. Because you're like, it's only 10%. Like it's actually kind of low. He should have like 300,000, 400,000. You know?
So was he's gonna announce something big, you think?
Oh, I don't know. Like the thing with Kendrick, he kind of doesn't fall in line with that shit too much. So I think he's just gonna do a show and like a week later then announce it. I feel like he doesn't take advantage of moments like that. He just keeps it how he is, you know. And some people think because if he should have, then he should have dropped an album like fucking a week later.
Yeah.
And then just really had that Not Like Us on it, and then just go even bigger, you know. But I don't think I don't know. I hate when people say, I don't think he's like that. Like, why wouldn't he be? He'd want to chase some millions, you know? I just don't know if he had it planned or everything was cleared, you know, samples and shit.
What if he brought Trump out and Trump announced him as the VP candidate?
Kendrick?
Yeah.
And then Trump's all, they not like us.
They had him do it.
Yeah, and it just cuts to Biden. They not like us.
Yeah.
They not Obama. They not like
Yeah,
us.
that would be a fucking crowd wouldn't know what to think.
Oh my God, he would win over the black vote hella more.
Yeah.
Kanye, Kendrick, all that shit.
Yeah. Be hilarious.
If Trump has a verse, he's like 34 counts and they can't bring me down. You know, he's all on this shit. Even in Atlanta, they represent me. You know, all this shit.
Saying something about fucking putting up cash for the collateral.
He's all here. Biden and Drake are working together. He starts dissing Drake.
That'd be good.
That'd be hilarious,
Could happen, dude. You never know.
dude. If how funny would that be? Because the ad is a cool ad. It's like a custom painted West Coast like car, I think, and a license plate that says like June 19th, Ken and Friends, the pop out show, Forum LA, and then around that picture it just says like Apple Music Live, tickets go on sale here. You know, Cash App tickets early. Cash App was a sponsor. You could get tickets early there, and then it goes on sale. And then because there were so many people waiting, Amazon already sponsored it. Amazon was like, we'll live stream it. And they saw it, it'll probably fucking blow, you know?
Yeah.
And then people go, Kendrick live streaming a show that's like he's not that even kind of type, you know? So he might say something big, like an album or something, you know?
Yeah.
That's what makes people think that.
Right.
I love that shit. I like how artsy like artists are in hip hop with how they strategize their albums or their release or like what they say in their lyrics and stuff. It's like actually pretty crazy how intelligent and intriguing like fucking, you know, Nas and Kendrick and Eminem, how smart and how much is thought before that, but then all they rap about is like skipping school and like not getting an education, but they're this smart to put together this crazy intricate album with lyrics and shit.
Right.
Know what I mean? Shit.
But I'm trying to figure out how to spell strategize.
Strategize?
Yeah, but you said strategize or something like that. And I'm trying to figure out how to spell that so I can use that for the title.
Well, did I say that?
Strategize.
I would put STRATEEGIZ.
No, ties.
TIZ.
Yeah, it's like almost. I'll figure it out later, but that's a great title. Strategize.
That or Kendrick and Trump perform live.
Yeah, at the Forum.
Is that a big venue? Do you know what that looks like?
Well, apparently it can hold 30,000 people, so I think that's where they did the Tom Brady roast,
Oh, okay.
if I remember right. But yeah, big theater.
Oh, okay. Dang. That shit's cray. That shit's cray. Yeah, I was looking on my Instagram. I was like watching how I reposted like their Warped Tour, and I was thinking about like, man, I haven't done effects in a while, and I was like looking at that video. I didn't go to YouTube, but I was just on Instagram. I was like, oh yeah, I remember all that shit I did.
Yeah.
Fun.
Now you're just filming. Film and send it off.
Kinda.
Let the editors do it.
I'll take it. I'm exactly where I want to be.
Yeah, that's way better.
Fuck yeah. I have to edit Ridezilla stuff, but it's fun and I'm into it. It doesn't feel like I have to edit. And I have to edit cool edits with Damon and stuff, you know, or Zinc. And that's fun too. I'll have to edit a wedding though.
You're doing another wedding?
Yeah, the 22nd.
Oh, yeah, I think you said that. Where's it at?
The Ridge in Tahoe.
Okay.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah.
Heavenly side, or Nevada side of Heavenly.
Yep.
Right there.
Who's getting married?
Flume Trail Bikes ex-co-worker Brad Wick, former Dayton and Carson high school teacher. He's probably still at Carson, maybe, if not retired or very close to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know, his daughter. They already got married, but like a low key family only wedding, and I did photos and video there before I went to Oregon to film at Mount Hood that one time, and then now they're doing one that's like more for just friends and family and just like enjoy Tahoe, kind of like a party.
Mm-hmm.
They're still gonna do the wedding, whatever, cake and everything, but it's more of like just a party for their friends. I think some of their friends know, but most of them are like, we think we know they're already married, but we're not sure, you know. And I don't know why or whatever. That's their choice to do whatever.
So are they gonna do like the ceremony and everything? Like,
Yeah.
with walking down the aisle and
Yeah.
okay.
That quick, no vows, just like, do
Yeah.
you? Yes, I do. Everyone cheers. More of a party, just like, you know.
Yeah.
So it'll be fun.
Nice. Well, hopefully you can add that to your statistics. Well, time will tell, but we'll see.
I think I will. They're a heavily religious family, and most of those religious families kind of always stick together.
Yeah.
Like, if her parents are together, their parents have been together, it's like probably they're going to stay together.
Mm-hmm.
Even her sister, you know, might be lesbian or whatever, but she might stay together with her lesbian person forever.
Her sister's lesbian?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. You don't know. You're just fucking saying shit.
Well, I mean, I don't really ask, but it's pretty obvious when she's wearing baggy cargo pants and a V-neck with a fucking stone tied around a thick, like ropey, kind of twainy looking rope.
Yeah. Hemp.
And she's renting in Oakland doing landscaping.
There's nothing more lesbian than renting in Oakland.
Hey, and that's good for her. Like, whatever they want to do, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Drives a forest green Subaru Outback.
I don't know. I don't know what they drive, honestly. Could be fucking exact model.
Yeah. It's likely.
Could not be, but
That's a top seller, but
they're good people. I will say that.
I don't know what renting in Oakland has to do with anything, but
It's just like when I heard that she told me she's going to rent in Oakland and live in Oakland. I was like, well, that's a unique place. Like, what made you pick there? You know?
Yeah.
And she's like, I just like it. I want to check it out. I'm like, it's cool down there. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. In my head, I'm thinking, what the heck? Oakland? Like, she grew up in Carson. It's super unique. You never hear that, you know?
yeah.
So I was like, well,
So that just sounded gay to you?
well, dude, she's with her chick. She's gay.
Yeah. So I think that's probably like a stronger point than anything you've mentioned is that she's with a chick. You know, more even than the necklace or the baggy pants. Like, maybe start there.
I'm trying to paint a picture without trying to be offensive. We might have some gay motherfuckers listening. I don't know.
We might, and that's fine.
Yeah.
But I think they would agree with me saying that her being with a woman is the most gay out of all of those things, and her renting in Oakland is the least.
I'll give it to you.
That's hilarious. Like, we're really trying to figure it out. It's like, yeah, I mean, she went there with her chick. It's like, oh, okay, well, mystery fucking solved.
Like the tan army pants. Like, yeah, that doesn't seem too gay.
Fucking
Oh, wait, that
deserts.
doesn't seem gay. That seems super gay to me. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, yeah, no, I could see it. I mean, she's either a fucking South Tahoe local or lesbian.
Both. No, not South Tahoe, Carson. But what I was saying, like, just how religious they are. Like, she'll probably be with her girlfriend forever.
Yeah.
That's just like, you know, when I just know all the families like that, my cousins are like that. Like, you never really see people break up when they're deep in religion because it's against their religion.
Yeah, they ride it out.
Yeah, ride or die. I do.
But lesbians do have the highest divorce rate out of all couples.
And it is pretty easy to be a lesbian in Nevada. It's pretty easy to get your liquor license.
And that is a joke that's been in the Prestons for decades.
That's a good one, huh? I just released it to a lot of people too. We're not even behind the paywall, and You guys got the liquor license? That's a good card to pull out of
Yeah.
your pocket. Anytime you talk about lesbian, oh, it's pretty easy to be a lesbian in Nevada. Why? What do you mean? Like, yeah, whatever. Well, it's because it's easy to get a liquor license here.
What is that hat that you're wearing?
What do you mean? It's a bucket hat.
Yeah, I know, but it just says 1979 on the front.
Yes,
What does that mean?
That's when I was born.
Yeah, you fucking look like it.
No, that's when TaylorMade was founded. It's a TaylorMade hat,
Oh, okay.
golf hat.
I don't recognize the logo. Is that a TaylorMade logo?
Oh, let me check it out.
Looks like a fucking whale tail.
Oh, yeah, that's a T for TaylorMade.
Yeah, that's not a T, but okay.
See the white part? That's a T.
Yeah, I
Like,
that's
no,
what I'm
a
looking
T
at.
of a...
Oh, a golf tee.
Yeah.
I thought you meant the letter T.
Well, they kind of use it both. Their T is a golf tee for TaylorMade and some logos, you know?
Got it.
But when I was out filming with Watts, just like I burnt my arms, I burnt my fucking neck. And I was playing golf the next day, so went down there and I was like, I think they got to have a bucket hat. And luckily they had this because some of the bucket hats are thicker. This one's pretty light, thin, and white. And I was like, fuck yeah. It was like $30. I was like,
Yeah.
fuck yeah. That's a good deal.
I don't know about that, but
Well, a regular hat's like 25, 28.
yeah.
$2 more, you get a bucket, all the extra shade. My neck is good. My face is good. Speaking of it, I shot my fucking best round at Sunridge today with an 89.
Nice.
I was stoked.
That your head and neck are so big that bucket hat does very little for your sun coverage.
Hey, better than nothing. Better than a regular hat. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Just for my back and my neck. It does something.
Yeah, you're like one sunburn away from wearing one of those fucking safari hats that have like the mesh net on the back all
If
the way
I could have
down.
worn that today, I would have.
I know. Oh, as soon as you can find a deal on one, you'll buy it.
I used to have one.
Yeah.
I lost it on a commercial, yeah. It was like 100 degrees down by the river, and I had it on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that you just like have moved into that like upper middle age lifestyle sooner than most, where because there is an age where all white men reach where they go from like caring about the type of shoes that they have to then talking themselves into why white New Balances are a good idea because of the value and the comfort and whatever.
Yeah.
But usually that doesn't happen until like 52 years old, something like that. But you have just achieved that level of maturity, if you want to call it that. Maybe because you lack maturity in other areas. So it just all went to this like value versus function thing for clothing.
Yeah.
You've achieved that in your late 20s.
Fucking feels freeing, too. It's like, fuck, I get a lot of compliments on these. Honestly, I love your Crocs. And I don't know if they're roasting me or actually complimenting me, but I say thanks.
And when you showed up today, you looked just like Cousin Eddie.
From family vacation, Christmas vacation.
With that hat. I mean, he's wearing the hat that's got like the fur
Yeah.
ear flap shit. But just with that hat, because I'm not used to seeing you in a bucket hat, and then you were drinking something in a can,
Sparkle water.
and you had like a loose white tank top on. Just how you were standing, I was like, oh, that looks just like Cousin Eddie.
Cousin JP.
Yeah.
Shitter's full. Clark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a fun day. I just, golfed today. Today was a day of invoices being paid. It was a good day. It was a payday for me today.
All right.
I had 2 invoices paid today, so did my work. What's today? Thursday. I consider this a little bit of work as far as like, all my energy and time goes to 2 hours of this. So I was like, I'm working later. Might as well take the front half of the day off.
Yeah.
Focus
Front
on
half.
And that's from like 9:30 to
From the time
5.
you wake up until you get here. So not whenever you woke up 6 a.m. till just about 6 p.m. That's the front half.
I got some work tomorrow. I'm actually going up to Silver City by Virginia City. And I'm going to see the venue that Jerry is going to get married in, the driver for Cooper Webb.
Mm-hmm.
So they're going to get married there. I'm doing the photos there. So they're going to get married later on down, but they're just checking out the venue. So I got a little bit of work tomorrow, and then I got Frisky Friday tomorrow. So
What's that?
that's a little golf tournament, but it's not work, it's play.
Yeah, no shit.
Saturday I'm mountain biking in the morning, and then I'm golfing at 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let's go. Sunday, Father's Day, golfing with Dad.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not shooting mid-80s Sunday.
What about yesterday?
What about yesterday?
Yeah.
What did I do yesterday?
Yeah.
Wednesday, let's see. Yesterday I worked pretty much a work day at Ridezilla. A few hours there and a few hours editing a few videos for future posts and stuff.
Like 6 hours
Total.
between both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably right around there.
Nice.
Maybe 6.5, 7, just total.
Just round up 7. So in the last, I mean, if we could fast forward to Monday morning.
Well, Tuesday I worked too, editing all day.
If we could fast forward to Monday morning,
Yeah.
in the last 5 days, you've worked 7 hours.
Nah. More than that. Maybe let's say.
No, we just went through every day.
Well, from Monday, I worked Monday and Tuesday.
I'm saying if we can fast forward to this Monday.
This Monday?
Yep. This coming Monday.
Okay.
It's Monday morning. Upcoming Monday.
Yeah.
Sunday, Saturday, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. You worked 7 hours in those 5 days.
Yep.
Dude, just had to take the front half of the day off, you know?
I take the last half of the week off,
Yeah,
Yeah,
last half
middle of the month. It's like hump day of the month,
Right.
So,
Yeah.
let the clutch out a little bit.
Yeah, it is starting to fade. It's heating up. You got to let that
Let the
fucker
clutch out.
Stop feathering it.
After Sunday, money comes around, we'll start feathering the clutch a little bit.
Just keep managing the gap.
Exactly. You don't wind a 2-stroke out with fucking no clutch. You got to throttle the bitch a little
Right.
bit,
Yeah. Just let her get a little fucking plugged up and then open it up, clear her out, and then right back to almost fouling the plug.
Yeah. Right now, I'm like dripping oil out the exhaust plug right now. You know what I mean?
She's running a little rich.
So rich.
All right, let's hit the paywall because you got to tell us about something.
Oh, Ridezilla's giveaway. It's you were roasting me. It was only $100, but there's a lot more. It's just like the corruption in our government. That's just the fucking tip of the iceberg. $100 of what we're doing at Ridezilla compared to the corruption in our government is just like the tip of the iceberg.
Shut up, Patriot J.
Hell yeah.
Big Bongino, Alex Jones. Free my dogs, you lock up. The radical left's gone crazy.
True.
I don't bail, I won't see inside a cell. Shout out Thugger, free my slime, YSL. They tryna lock me up, but I'm plugged in ATL.
Yeah, fuck Drake.
They live in hell. These DAs acting silly, my mugshot is worth $1 billion. So submersion made a milli, shot McMillie. I didn't
Shout out
Philly, shot the
McMillie.
baby, shot the Sosa.
That's so funny. Shout out to the Go to Bed Show, all you cheap motherfuckers that don't pay $2 a month. We got a couple new Patreons, but not enough. So go to badtouchsupply.com if you don't want to spend $2. Go to Dottie's. Go to Carson Raceway. Fuck Carson Raceway. Go to Pete's Gambling Hall. Go to prison, Hillary. No, I'm just kidding. Actually, I'm not kidding. I would love to see her fucking
Locked up. But
$2 a month. Patreon.com/go to bed podcast. Go there. And, the more money you spend on us, the more chances of her being
locked up.